boom. I probably shouldn't do that. Probably throw the music off. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. And we're back. This is episode number 8 or 7. 7.
It's an episode.
Yeah, it's an episode. 7. We've made it 7 episodes so far, guys.
I'm still here.
It's been a
We'll
long
get you
7
eventually.
weeks.
Matt hasn't quit yet.
Shocker.
He loves a good sugar.
We're riding him pretty hard. I mean,
That's what he said.
in this
And
chunk of
deep.
episodes where you see us wearing all the same clothes,
Brand new.
Matt fucked up a lot of shit in this. The whole day
Oh, Matt.
was all Matt.
Oh, it started before that with the podcast. 36 minutes and 38 seconds.
Here we go. Here we go.
First time I ever signed on. No, you know why life sucks? First time I ever watched Mike Tyson fight, he lost. I went, this is lame. Why are you all talking about this guy? Watch Fedor the first time. He lost. So don't ever invite me to watch your favorite fighter who's undefeated.
So let me get this straight. This is the first time you ever popped in the live chat and it shut off?
And it shut down.
You did it.
I'm a cooler.
Okay, that's
I'm a cooler.
wow. He killed everybody.
But you didn't RPG proof that shit, so that's on you.
Back at you, bitch. Joey for the sniper.
All right,
lot of
to
fuck
be
ups here.
fair, I still have not gotten any other reason back from StreamYard other than it might have been the fact that I was using Microsoft Edge and not Google Chrome.
Well, it's
That's
because
the
it
only-
actually states that you should use one of two things, like Mozilla Firefox
Where
or Google Chrome,
Yeah.
and you choose to look at that, read it, and be like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to use Microsoft Edge. I think that we need to take this to a different level and just use something they don't want me to do.
I'm not
Common
gonna
sense.
lie. I'm impressed that you knew that.
Yeah. Bigfoot, what is going on?
Yeah, let's get the 800-pound gorilla out of the
So
room.
you guys are deep diving, and I'm also deep diving the human ways now. I have got a full-blown subscription to Dollar Shave Club, and it's getting bad, guys.
It's so bad.
It is a full-on addiction. It's a problem.
Oh my God! You didn't stop. You had to stop. Nothing above the waist. Like even if you get into the legs, just go only the legs. Only the legs.
Yeah, it's getting bad. I enjoy the sensation of the razor blade across my.
You're all cut up on your nose and your cheeks.
Yeah.
Is that like toilet paper stuck to your face?
It's possibly so. It's
He dug out of a septic tank.
it's not an easy road. Like I've used a lot of different types of razors now. I've gone. I've got a problem. I'm hoping that you
It's
guys,
the diabetes.
I'm hoping you guys. Yeah, and I didn't even know, but even Sasquatch can get diabetes. I was diagnosed recently here with type 1.
I told you, sweet tea. No more sweet tea for him.
Yeah, Stacy, really, it's a bad regimen. if there's anybody out there that can save me from this fucking guy, please.
Sweet tea and cigarettes. Yeah, hey, y'all just donate right now if you want to donate to the Bigfoot Fund. By the way, I noticed
No more razors.
you realize it's only Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. That must mean you've been researching into StreamYard.
Yes.
Must mean that Bigfoot has his own podcast that is about to come out.
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I've seen you guys doing this, and I was like, you know what? I think you guys need a lot more of me. So
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
but what I can promise is that I'm going to go to rehab for the razors, and I'll be back into my full hairy glory when I begin my podcast, which will be pretty shortly. Here.
Bigfoot Road to Redemption tour.
It's coming quick. I can grow my hair back quickly. So each shave that I'm doing is like full blown, right? So like I'll shave down to this beautiful fucking shit that you're looking at. And then like I'll go to sleep for a couple hours and I'll wake up and I'll be back to normal. And then that pisses me off.
So you shave again.
Right. So then I shave. It's like a vicious cycle over and over.
So nobody tell him
5 weeks now.
About Nair.
No, that's what I thought you did. Put it in a shampoo. And then you're like,
No, he literally just hands me these razors every day and says, "All right, dude, I'm going to work." This is
In
you."
some Romanian website, you're making thousands of dollars off Bigfoot shaving himself every day. You got to get a manager or at least be part of a labor union.
Not only am I going to have the podcast, but also starting an OnlyFans pretty quickly here. So.
Okay, cool.
My hairy ass.
Right, there will be an OnlyFans coming
Just
out
for
of all
shaving,
this.
you just shave you like you just strips off your arm. You're just like, look at that shit.
It's so satisfying.
I just
One of those
shaved-
ASMRs.
I just shaved the
It's
fuck out of
satisfying as
that.
hell.
Shave the fuck out of that one.
Jeez.
But honestly, if there's anybody who could take me away from this guy, please save me.
So last week, definitely not the same night.
Totally different.
Yeah, totally different. We didn't ask Paul where he wanted to go.
Did we care? Or
No.
We're dicks.
We didn't care at the time.
I do now, though. I kind of do now.
I kind of do too.
I'm interested.
Because like once it was said, and it wasn't said by Paul, I don't think, right? Somebody else brought it up.
Yeah.
Paul's a real person, by the way. It's a real guy there.
Yeah, and then I felt
He has
bad. I
feelings.
was like, oh my God, we did forget, but we were running out of time in our defense. In our defense, we were running out of time, and we're trying to follow the rules as much as we can.
Assholes.
We do talk a lot.
Like kind-hearted assholes.
We have to have time for raccoons and rectums and urine therapy and stuff like that.
The important shit.
Yeah,
It
and we
does
just
leave
ran out of
not
time
a lot
for
of
Paul.
room for Paul.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Soft-spoken Paul. Well, tall, dark, and handsome, why don't you enlighten us with where you would like to go if you actually had to say what you don't?
The only places I really want to go to is I'd like to go to Snellgrove Lake.
What is that?
Snow Grove.
Monster Quest. It's like 100 miles from anywhere. From the nearest neighbor's 120 miles away. Or something.
Yeah, you have to fly into the place. It's in Canada, but you have
But
to
now-
fly into this place.
But aren't you always 100 miles from somewhere?
But someone.
No, it's 5 o'clock. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, so you're not always 100 miles away from somewhere.
I mean, at the SUR, but
Right, like no matter where I go, I will be 100 miles away from somewhere. Like, right, somewhere.
Bigfoot, stop shaving.
My bad.
anyways,
Can't help it. Snellgrove.
Yeah, because if you've seen Monster Quest, then you know they've been out there a few times. The door got ripped off. Something ransacked the house.
Oh.
it was this big bloody footprint. They put this like nail trap.
Went back there. Everybody went back there. They put out this big footprint screw board, and they got a big footprint on it. They had stuff thrown at them, and you know the nearest neighbor is 100 miles away.
Chimpan man.
Yeah, humanzy. Japan man.
Japan.
Wow, that place.
I'd go to Area 51, and you know, like if I could get in there, that'd be great. Just to you know do some paranormal stuff around there, or the UFO stuff, or something like that. You know, that'd be cool. And then I'd like to go and see what Todd Standing's all about. If he's actually a hoaxer.
He's actually sitting.
Straight hoax. My opinion, straight hoax.
Straight ho.
So there's a video Todd Standing has now. Like, okay, so when I talk to Les fully validates the things that happened to Les at that place, right? You know him.
Right.
You trust him.
Yeah.
He
I would
is
tell you
not
Les
an
ain't gonna lie to
exaggerator.
I
nobody.
trust him with my razor.
Hey, Les won't lie to nobody. I honestly believe that man would
Right.
never tell a lie.
So
You look like Les was burned in a house fire.
I'm
surviving
I
house
wanna be
fires with
Survivor,
Les
man.
Stroud.
I love that guy.
You look like the food at the bottom of the oven that
Doesn't
looks
he
up
have
at you.
I love
a
that guy.
video game? It's like surviving disasters. Or
It's like
whatever?
VR. It's coming out.
Yeah.
He's working on. He's doing the music for it right now. But that shit looks cool.
That's what the character looks
I'll
like.
be in there as well, guys. So look for me.
But no, the things that happened to him while he was there are. I think we're losing our fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we're dying there. Is there a control to make it higher?
It's done. Anyways, the things that happened to him there. But back on to Todd Standing. He has videos, and obviously they all show different types of Sasquatch. Then you have this one, and it's running up this like hill. It's all these soft rocks that like will slide down if you try to run up it, and that thing is just fucking going, bro. And I've tried to go up that type of substrate before, and it ain't happening.
Sweet tea and sweatpants.
But bro, that fucking video he has of that thing running up there, that to me, I think that's a real Bigfoot. I could be wrong. The rest of them, I don't know.
Was that in that video you sent? Didn't that, remember those special effects guys were going through saying fake, human in the suit?
Yeah, Todd Standings was in there.
What did they say about the Patterson film?
The Patterson film, they were just like talking about the gate and stuff. They were like, that's a dude in a suit. Because they pulled up pictures of Bob, or a video of Bob walking,
Harmonious.
and they were like, it's the same fucking walk.
It's the same guy, because if you
Yeah.
watch his foot, he kicks that right foot out,
Yeah.
and Patty kicks that right foot out.
Yep.
There's no-
Yeah, so if anybody hasn't seen it, Corridor Digital did they're YouTubers, and they do a lot of VFX videos and stuff, and they like picked apart all the Bigfoot, the popular Bigfoot stuff, not Stacy Brown's footage.
man,
but
Oh, and I want to see him do Sierra sounds, take one track, see how, oh yeah, you could easily do that. You know, that, yeah. But I thought that video that he's talking about, that Les says, wasn't that in it? I thought there was one where it's going up a hillside, and they're like, oh my God, that's awful. If
you would
it's-
have to have like moon shoes or something like that. You remember those shoes that were like trampolines?
Yeah, hey, they were
They
You'd
had
have to have something on that.
springs on the bottom.
Yeah, you'd have to have something like that to get up that. But then you couldn't do it because the substrate's not stable.
You would sink in.
You would just slide right back down the fucking hill.
So Les, he swears by it. That's real.
He doesn't swear by the videos. He swears by what happened to him while he was there. He's seen orbs. He woke up in his sleeping bag with something sitting on him, and when he came out, the sleeping bag was nothing there. And then he catches the top of a head removing an apple from a tree. Like apples there, apples there, apples there. Apple's gone. You see the top of this thing's head or something in the bottom corner, and then that's it. It's wild, bro. Check the Survivor Man Bigfoot out, the YouTube episode. He's got all of his Survivor Man shit on his channel.
Survivor Man.
Yeah, and it's fucking crazy, dude, because you wonder if he caught the one Bigfoot video, but then hoaxed the others to get money to further research. That's where I think that may have come in. I don't know, because I don't believe the one that's sitting there, it looks like a Muppet. I don't think that's an actual Bigfoot.
My lips are nice.
Well, have you seen his like actual documentary?
Yeah.
So
It's like a 2.5 hour long
Finger
trailer.
bang
So
Bigfoot.
if you look,
fell asleep
if
during
you
that,
look
by the
at
way.
it, like he has a bunch of different videos that, or at least in my opinion, like the one where you see an outline of something behind the tree, and then a log gets hit. He gets hit with that log.
Yeah.
Like that one was pretty interesting to me. Like those were huge freaking prints that he was following behind.
Right.
And then and if he's out there by himself, which he probably is because no one wants to go the hell out there.
Right.
So like
we all do.
Paul just said he wanted to go out there.
Right.
but
Where do you want to go? I'd like to go there.
Yeah, but it was
Nobody
the middle
wants
of
to
winter.
go to do that.
Quiet, Paul. We don't want to know anymore.
It was in the middle of winter in Canada though.
Yeah,
You would
that.
probably do you want to go there in the middle of winter?
Yeah,
Well, you're
absolutely.
Got the
crazy.
Squatch van. Look at that.
He went to fucking Berries.
Right.
All right. Well,
And
well,
twigs, twig and berries.
Really?
He's
Oh,
the
that's
most
cool.
badass.
All right.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway,
And
other
the
than
Shire.
Paul.
On an Air Force base, so I mean, it's not like I was out in the woods.
There wasn't a Gulan.
Oh.
Slash honey badger.
Sleeping at work
But
with Joey.
if you look at the documentary itself, he has other things other than those photos that could. Hey, they're at least less questionable than other things I've seen out on the internet that people call Bigfoot.
Right.
So some of y'all have actually captured my photos while you're out there taking pictures. Some of you guys have.
So-
but some of you have not. Those
With-
are fake.
If all of his shit is real, he has the best body of evidence out of anybody.
yeah.
Right? Because he's got all these things. But you have the Muppet one, and it doesn't blink, and everybody bitches about it. So then the next video, that motherfucker makes a fucking point to sit there and blink. 'Cause you know what I mean? And
Like
it's
the old Furby doll.
right, but then he's got the one of the thing in the log, or the Bigfoot's under the log. It's that black-faced one.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker looks tight. That one looks. But it also looks like it could be some kind of foam silicone thing that you put over the top of the face. Because why didn't you stay on the thing till it got up and walked out?
Well, the interesting part about that one in particular, that's the Kubota film.
Right.
There is a woman and a guy from England who ended up, after he released that, reached out to him, said that they were up in that area on a completely other thing. They're hiking out, just happened to be on vacation hiking out there.
Crazy.
And the lady claims that she was picked up by Kubota and almost kidnapped.
Has anybody heard from this woman, or is it just his word on that?
That's his word. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
But if we're gonna take the story to be true, there is another person who could corroborate, and apparently that's how he found out about the name Kubota. That's why that one has like that weird, like a weirder type of name.
Yeah.
Because it said, I can never, when I remember the story, I can never remember the first thing that another Sasquatch said to Kubota, but somehow he said like something. Kubota something Ina, and he like motioned to put her down. Like this other Sasquatch, which was
another Sasquatch told him that.
Kubota something Ina, and he went like that to put her down, because he had already like lack of better term, her boyfriend. He had already kind of like gently taken him out in a way.
Oh, so he meant
He
said
was
Slow-mo pimp slap.
Kubota
It's not sexual. It's
in
sensual.
Djibouti.
Djibouti.
That's that. Well,
Kubota in a Djibouti.
and he and
And a
the rest of the
Caputa.
story is the male the other Sasquatch had to say it 3 times, and by the 3rd time he dropped that woman and ran.
Wow.
So that's an incredible story. If we can get the woman from the UK to I know that might be a hard thing to relive, but if we could get that woman to
validate that story.
at least validate the story, that's huge.
Oh yeah, for sure. Didn't he also go missing for like 12 days, and they were like Canadian RMCP or RCMP, whatever they are?
The Mounties.
Yeah, the Mounties.
Nice
they were out
boots,
there
thank
looking
you,
for
thank
him,
you.
and I think he claimed he was taken by Bigfoot.
Who's Todd?
Todd Standing, yeah. He had the government out there fucking looking for him, dude.
I mean,
Wow, he's
got
fully committed if he's hoaxing. I mean, he's like all in.
Well, there's also
most
all in.
hoaxers
you
are.
can't go to Canada though, can you?
I don't know. Someone told me that there's ways around that.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the guy,
Black helicopter.
Mike Patterson in Canada, and he's the one that gets all the speech and stuff like that and shit. And he's invited us up. Yeah,
I would be willing to do that.
but you gotta work around like
Yeah.
DUIs and shit.
Yep, okay.
That's going to be tough.
Who's got a DUI?
Yeah, I'm just saying those are the one things you'd have to work around.
There's
about.
some people who can't go. So
Yeah, they just this group.
30 years ago. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Canada. Fuck Canada.
Yeah, but I guess the kind of the stuff that happened with Les is more like woo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's more on the quote-unquote supernatural side of things, orbs, and
Portals.
dreams.
I mean, not portal, and his story is not necessarily a portal, but that all that same stuff is.
Pick an apple out of a tree sounds pretty physical
Well,
to
the
me.
interesting part is that they showed how they put that up, and he had to stand on Todd Standing's shoulders to be able to put that stuff up in that tree. So whatever it was, and so if he was sitting there sleeping on the mountain and Todd came back up, Todd is not tall enough to go up a tree with no limbs up.
Well, yeah, he didn't stand on Todd's shoulders. It was like, I mean, he was sitting with his legs on Todd's shoulders, but it was like in a power bomb. You know, when you power bomb somebody, you pick them up. That's what the weird part. I didn't understand. I think it was a Canadian thing that like
bomb?
normally in America we would sit, you know, facing the same way as the person
right,
down
they did
here.
it exact
Yeah,
opposite.
They
but
were
they
like-
did. The top person was facing the other way.
and because
like
that's not sensual, that is physically sexual.
That's physically sexual.
That one's not the sensual feel. That's
Canadians
that's-
are
So you
perverts.
see Todd Standing in the clip with Les on his shoulders and he's spinning around. And Les is trying. Yeah, it looks fucking weird, dude.
Is that really
Standing's
that's
a
not how
pervert.
it happened.
Oh, Canada.
April Fools.
April Fools, but yeah, this is airing way after. It's still April Fools when we're
Wait,
filming,
we-
guys.
Yeah, that's.
We're doing it all month long. April Fool's. That deal.
Yeah,
But Canada's where all the reports of the biggest ones are. You know, the 13-foot. Like you can still go find giants in
right.
Canada. You know, especially over there in the rainforest.
Must be the maple syrup.
I don't know what it is, dude. What was that?
Jack. and
That
the
original
Bigfoot.
story of that guy Albert Osman, 1924.
Yeah, Albert Osman.
And he went to go look at those the 3 gold caves he was prospecting, and he said, "I'll go check it out in this Tobu Inlet, British Columbia." And out there, third night, all of a sudden, he gets picked up, thrown over his shoulder, said put in a sack. I'm not sure about
he
that.
was in his sleeping bag, and the thing got picked up and he got toted.
Toted all the way.
Miles.
Yeah. And then he ends up in a cave, and you know, I love how it says like he kept his wits about him. Like,
Yeah.
like what else you gonna do? Like, and I guess so. The way he got out of it was he ended up sharing some of his tobacco, his chewing tobacco with him.
Snuff.
Yeah, and the big one
Thing
went
ate it,
crazy, and he
yes, yeah.
ran.
Yeah.
But he never found the gold cave, which goes back to what I was talking before. Maybe they were in the gold cave, and these things protect it, you know, or defend it.
And protecting
we
the
do
go.
like,
we
do
need
like
to go.
snuff every now and
You like
then.
shiny objects?
Yeah, and snuff too. So.
Well, you did.
Yeah, but hey, it apparently tried to get him to breed with his daughter, or what he thought was his daughter.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a deeper dive. I didn't
Yeah,
get that
hey,
out of
that
it.
whole story is cool because he was carried for like 6 hours
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Forever.
for fucking ever, and then he just hit the ground. It finally dropped him, and when he come out, there was like 5 of them, 5 or 6. of 'em.
Kubota down.
Right, and they're all like, they're talking to each other and shit like that, you know. But it tried to make him breed with one.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Why? So forest brides could really be real.
Would you do it?
Oh, absolutely. I'd hit it.
I know you would, you sick bastard.
Yep, I'll
what
do it
about
right now.
you?
Tap that shit.
As a normal person, you would.
As
tap
a
it.
normal person.
Okay, and you, Matt? You're in like a high stress situation. Like you can't just say that. Oh, I would
Life
do
or
it because
death.
like it's life or death. And can you perform under those?
Can you let the
circumstances?
dolphin rub you?
No.
Wow.
No, you can't do it.
I don't know. I'd probably die, man.
The truth be told is,
Rip
if,
it off.
If I
don't need
want
it.
to do it, you're all gonna do it. Like you're asking one another if you would do it, but like
Well-
if I want it, you're gonna.
I think
do
I
it.
think the real question is it consensual or not?
Oh, it's
That's-
consensual.
For me, it doesn't have to
Well,
be.
But not for you.
No, it's
Right.
not consensual for me.
Right, your laws don't
Maybe
appeal to
maybe
me.
in a I don't know, maybe I'll like change my mind in like the moment, but like rationally with, you know, an intact rectum right now.
He said
Yeah.
in the moment.
I would
He said I might.
Well, no,
change
she's.
my mind. in
You
the
would be
moment.
breeding with her. Yeah, the farmer's
Yeah,
daughter.
nobody's trying to get behind you.
Yeah, yeah. Just slow
He
down
took
there,
this
guy.
to a way different weird ass place.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't even know about talking about it
This
anymore.
Bigfoot has tried to get in my tent once or twice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, hey, this bear ate all my clothes, man. Can I sleep in here? Bigfoot's outside naked.
You reach my back, I need him to be shaved down.
I had not had any interaction with any humans before, you fools. You guys
It is-
have really fucked me up.
He's like a tweaker at this point.
You poor Amish Bigfoot.
Shows up with 2 raccoons.
Yeah.
They fit.
It's got the poppers.
So I did hear you guys speaking of that, and I do want you to know that study, I did a deep dive on that, and that study is for humans. The average human can hold 2 raccoons. Now, as for an average Bigfoot, turns out we could hold 3.
Turns out we can hold 3.
I love government funded studies. They are the best.
I don't think this one was funded by the government.
I wish somebody
I
Bigfoot.
would.
think this was just like Bigfoot went and started trying some shit.
Just begging for coin.
I was just deep diving, and
He
I
deep
thought
dove.
this would be a good idea.
2 raccoons into his ass.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Stacy again makes me do weird things.
I had no part in this. Yeah, but
Bad influence.
what were we even talking about?
Oh, if I would breed with a Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, hey, so we're on Bigfoot Bounty,
This is important.
and we're fucking paddling down the river, right? And David, my partner's like, "Hey, bud, what would you do if you were in the woods and you heard a yoo-hoo and this female Sasquatch motioned you over to do it? Would you do it?" And so, like, this is my first time really on a TV. You know, I've done like one-off here and there, but like never a full series. And so I'm like, "You already know the answer, bro. Hell yeah, I do that shit." And not thinking nothing about they're gonna pull that clip
Hell yeah.
and put it on Talk Soup.
Good old
It was
Silver
terrible. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, the things that come out of your fucking mouth." And they caught every single one of them. And we got this guy. He's gold. That's the only reason they kept me on the show. Because like who polished the turd the best was like subjective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Florida man. That was when being a Florida man was.
Oh yeah, it was kicking, and that's why. But anyways, what did we have planned on talking about? Because none of this shit was to be talked about.
Yeah, we really went down
Off track.
down the river on this one.
We did have a plan going into this.
We're gonna
guys.
talk
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
Go ahead.
portals.
Sorry.
No, I just recently went through Matt's film, which I know is slated eventually to do something with, and you got vocalizations. The only, or do you not want to talk about what's in there?
Well, I mean, I guess if
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Because
wanna
it
talk
is
about it.
honestly,
It's amazing. It's amazing.
it is one of the coolest pieces of audio. I tried to show it to Bigfoot the other day in the truck, and they just couldn't hear over the road noise. But
Acapella, Bigfoot, or I mean, explain
All
it.
right.
Like it's amazing. I just
backstory and all.
All right, backstory and all.
Yeah, man.
back your ass up on it.
All right, so, all right, admission, because a couple episodes we made admissions of where we messed up. Okay. The audio
Before you left the house.
At birth.
I messed up from the day I was born.
Well, all right.
You need
So
help.
I actually would have had more of this clip,
Okay.
but the parabolic that I have has a trigger, and if you have to be holding the trigger down for it to actually engage, and it actually it won't. It doesn't have an internal recording device.
Mhm.
It actually goes. I hooked it up to a Zoom via like an aux cable, right? So when they first started, I didn't have my damn finger on the trigger.
Mm.
And then I was like, "Oh man!" I clicked it on, and then the interesting part was, it sounded completely different to me than it did to everybody else
You who were listening through the
through
parabolic.
the parabolic. So, because originally when we first were hearing it, it sounded like regular Bigfoot howls,
Mhm.
right? That was the so. First the coyote started.
Where are you at, by the way?
Yeah. Set it up. Set
okay,
it up.
Okay. All right.
Make love to this, please.
Okay. All right. I will.
Sensual.
Do it slow. Do it decimo.
All right. So, well, we had a plan to try and test like paranormal techniques, paranormal investigation techniques with Bigfoot. And through a series of unfortunate events, all the other places that we were originally going to fell apart.
Meant to be. Meant to fucking be.
So we were invited by a property owner. I don't know if he wants to be named or not, so I'm not going to do so. And I'm only going to give the state, which is Alabama.
Not flat.
He did ask for that protection, and I respect that.
That's
Okay. So we go there, right? He invited us up. We go there. Now, Tyler had been up there, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks before, and had they were sitting outside and had a weird encounter of some sort. So it was like, okay, well, we have the invite to go. It's apparently still active, because what he told us is that the most active times are from like September to December.
awesome.
And then it starts from December to March. It starts weighing down. Well, we're right here at the end of March.
Mhm.
So we actually weren't sure if they were still going to be in the area or not when we got there.
But you're a magnet for high strangeness.
Yeah, I guess. You keep saying that. But
Paranormal hotspot.
Dolphins.
so
Oh yeah.
we had stomped around earlier that day,
Mhm.
right? And we ended up finding like a print it was like a 16, 17-inch print in the pine needles. It was just a single one, which was really weird.
Hopsquatch.
So
Flamingo squatch.
the interesting part is that he has his dog. His name is Boo. And this dog has been attacked by them.
Mm.
And since that attack, which was they threw a stone at him about that big, and he was partially paralyzed for a little while.
Holy crap.
They hit him right in the back of the spine, and it took him time to heal.
He had a
But
boo-boo.
this dog
Right.
will sit outside, and the second that you see that dog run, like let's just say, from here to the tree line,
Yeah.
he will run to that tree line, and he will start barking. He tells on him every single time.
Oh, yeah, they pissed
So
him
the
off.
second you see that dog haul ass to the tree line,
Yeah.
and he'll go, because the way that the house is, like, it's kind of like a compound almost, and his house is all the way at the very back, and behind there is just nothing but woods for miles,
Beautiful.
right? So his whole property on that side and that dog will follow them around, and you will see how they are everywhere.
And so this environment you went into at the end of their season.
Yes, and that's basically what we witnessed, right? So we're sitting there. It's finally getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
Dog runs to the tree line, starts barking.
Dude, it's an awesome start.
The
That's
first,
awesome.
so the first thing that I was able to pick up on the parabolic was this. Something was like the dog would bark back at him, and it didn't sound as far. So I just chalked that up to maybe that's like a frog or something like that, right? Well, then that's when the howls started off in the distance. And I was like, oh man, of course, I don't have my finger on the trigger.
You mean Bigfoot howls, not another
yeah.
dog howling.
It sounded like, if I had to put it to anything, like a Ohio howl, the big, deep, oh.
So then when you recorded this,
Wow.
it doesn't sound like that on the recording. It almost sounds like somebody playing a flute or something.
All right,
Like it's
so-
weird as hell.
So
You sassy bitch.
So I clicked it.
So you quit it. You quit it, Stacey
And
Brand.
So I hit the trigger, and I'm sitting there recording it, and I hear it. I hear that, and I'm like, what the? It sounds like fucking Predator trying to lure you out into the woods to your untimely demise.
Oh, God.
And it sounds like it's gonna be grizzly.
They want that ass, bud. I hate to tell you.
Djibouti.
And I'm
that Djibouti.
my jaws dropped, and they're all looking at me
He's
like,
ready.
what's going on? I'm like, it sounds like they're singing.
Dropped his
What?
jaw.
No, it sounds like they're singing. They're like, oh no, it's just them howling. I'm like, no, this is them. Something is out there singing.
So in with the parabolic, you heard singing. Everyone else was hearing howling, correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what's even weirder.
And then more stuff proceeded to happen that, the rest of that trip.
Yeah, but that
But-
you captured something that any other audio on the East Coast or anything like.
Well, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm about to get into.
Oh,
That's
so
what I'm about
sorry,
to get
sorry,
into.
sorry.
So
It's so good.
So other things happened. We ended up me and Connor stayed an extra night. After that, we
Connor
left.
Flynn.
I can't quit you, Connor.
Nope.
Yeah, right.
And
Not to be confused with Conor
So-
McGregor.
I didn't really know what to do with the audio.
Yeah.
I basically sent it out to Doug because Doug was I think I did a show with him. I had him on my podcast at the time,
Doug Hijack, Monster
Yes.
Quest, legend.
and he was like, he told me that him and David Ellis of the Olympic Project, they take audio samples and they try to match it to things in there because they're building a database.
Awesome.
Right. So I said, well, hey, listen, take a listen to these and let me know what you think. If it's just a bunch of BS, then it's a bunch of BS. If I got hoaxed or if it's just coyotes out there, whatever.
Mm.
And Doug heard them, and I want to say it was like a week. He was back. He had already had them like fully processed and was like, this is really incredible. I'm totally willing to get on screen and explain this to you more. Wow. So when he got on screen and explained it to me, I hope I'm not putting out any proprietary information that they don't want me to put out.
Right.
But they're coming up with this new thing to understand Bigfoot audio. It's called the trigram.
Trigram.
And what that is
Some really good weed.
Try a gram. Just try a gram.
It's something special that only Bigfoot can do. It's the moniker that they're putting together to show that there is something out there that can hit vocal ranges like almost like a Mongolian throat singer, right? But like that to the millionth degree.
Yeah.
They can hit high notes and low notes at the same exact time and notes in between at the same exact time.
Oh, so yeah, it's like one of those, them guys that sing in like double octaves at the same time.
Yeah, but they can do it to like I guess a third.
Wow.
So which is
There's a dude
absolute-
online that hit like 3 of them at once.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I was told was that that's not something that is humanly possible. Whatever they can do, we do not
What
have
do they
the
call
ability
the
to do
singing? Holy shit! I was just watching it. There's a Bigfoot video out about it. This guy's out there doing that in the woods,
it. Yeah,
and this Bigfoot comes up.
nice.
But there are random humans with random abilities. Maybe that's super fucking rare.
Yeah.
So we got to team up with that guy, dude. The trimeter guy. Trigram.
So
What up, Trigram?
the interesting part after analyzing the audio, because I sent him a whole series of clips.
Yeah.
We had set up like a boom microphone like these outside of a window and just let it record.
To the walls.
No, outside.
Yeah,
From the
outside the window, then to
Outside
the
of the
walls.
Got a sweat drop down, Mom.
Right. Okay, I'm following you.
Right.
And so we had stuff that sounds like regular howls on there.
Yeah.
So what Doug was able to piece together from all these different audio clips is that there is at least 3 different Bigfoot, at least 3, living on this property, and that the singing audio in particular had all 3 of these Bigfoot harmonizing at the same exact time.
What? Would they open in a portal with, like you were talking, like sound using
Here we
sound?
go, portals. Finally,
Well-
we've made it home to what we planned on talking about.
We're there. We're
And,
there.
No, it's amazing.
so
Huh?
the
Oh my God,
we're running out of time.
Matt, you killed the whole episode again, bro.
Damn it,
Wait,
boy.
are we running out of time?
Boring ass stories.
Why is
bro.
it always about you, Matt?
Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
We're done with this from here on out.
At least he doesn't seem as angry.
I was asked.
No, we're good, man.
No,
we're
you're
just
an
fucking
ass.
with you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Singing Bigfoot a cappella woods.
Oh, yes. So not only were they singing the same notes in unison at the same exact time, but they were in 3 different locations, and they could tell that by like the
Trigram.
ranges of where like how well they were able to pick up the audio or something like
Right,
that.
right.
But they were completely separated. Like there was, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say miles, but there was a good amount of space in between each 3. So what I gathered from that was somehow they were able, like, I don't know if this
It's
is like
synced up, bro.
they're synced up. Is it a hive mind?
Mm.
Or are all 3 of those things maybe something else?
Maybe that's a call. You know, like
Well,
he
that's
does it,
well,
but
that's
it's
one thing that
disguised in the howls. That's how that probably would be. If that's something like that's happening, that would be how that. See that waterfall that time?
I did.
Anyways,
I've seen it several times, and I think I have a theory why it's doing it. The
okay, hive
dew.
mind.
But anyway.
The sky
The
is
dew, the
leaking.
dew. Good point.
It's the Mountain Dew.
Anyways,
What if
that's how they know our howls aren't us.
Their house.
Because they don't
what
have
if,
that extra.
What if it could have been in 3 places at once? It was 1, but in 3 places.
Oh well. Oh, okay. Well.
Whoa.
All right. So one of them.
Surrounding you.
So one of them. I'm like, well, wait, hold on.
Shouldn't have hit that last. I shouldn't hit that glass.
All
That
right.
shit was
so,
Willie Nelson deep.
To be specific, each individual Bigfoot had a specific range over 600 hertz or gigahertz that it was consistently at in multiple audio files. So that's how they were able, like, because like I think one of them was 612, one of them was like 623, and I want to say there was another one that was like a 640, if I remember correctly.
So
I had
like
to look at the email.
fingerprints.
Yes, basically everybody has their own unique audio fingerprint. So like, probably it comes to different sizes.
Wait, no. What a sick database to have, because you're literally cataloging each one based on their auditory responses.
Well, that's why I was asked to go back.
Yeah, hell yeah, you're going.
That's
But you
why I was
take
asked
that
to go
sweet
back.
little ass and you go back to those woods. I want to go
Have
with
been
you.
back? Is this the place that you went that you said you wouldn't go back to?
That's Djibouti.
No,
With the elementals and stuff?
He is correct. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, he said he wouldn't go back.
wait,
I
this
will-
is with the crevice that you never made it to.
Yeah. Same spot.
Wow. So what do we got to do? Like B.A. Baracus, like knock you out and you just wake up there? Fuck. Oh fuck.
Kidnap me, take me there. Look, I mean, I could make some calls and I could probably go.
Well,
It's I don't know. I just haven't been ready to do it.
Wow, it's that powerful, huh?
Yeah.
You can cry. Do it. Let it go. Our ratings will shoot.
He cries all the time on camera.
I'll cry right fucking now.
He'll cry for you to cry.
You think those are? Do you think that's dew coming from the trees?
That's
But,
rippage tears.
yeah,
Hey, well, dude, that's incredible. What you got is one of the coolest things I've heard in a long time. People always, what's the new thing? You're sitting on something amazing. So,
No, hey,
Congratulations.
Like, seriously, that audio in itself,
yeah.
it puzzles me more than anything else, any other audio I've heard.
Yeah,
Hand-
bravo.
Hands down on that one is like absolute
The
weird.
only
I don't
thing I
know
can-
how the fuck.
the only
that
thing
you
I can
did it,
say is that I
but
was
it's
lucky.
fake.
That's it. Like it was just
Lucky that you finally pushed the trigger. 'cause
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
fucking
like-
yeah.
happened.
Well,
Fight,
you know,
flight, or
as
freeze.
opposed to maybe having like 30 seconds of it. You know, I could have had like a minute.
Right.
You know, and that's the difference. You know, but
'Cause maybe
We
the-
got a report though. Hold on, we got a fucking report, and I forwarded it to
Oh,
you
yes.
from Herb,
yeah.
Big Herb,
Or Dean.
Big Herb from Jacksonville. He fucking heard something very similar.
It was 613.
All right, so to like kind of go through what his encounter was, him and I think his wife or his girlfriend, they were camping at a place that Stacy had recommended.
The place with the peacocks.
The same
place
place
where I heard the
he heard a
peacock.
weird sound as well.
Right, Jennings State Forest.
They don't just harmonize people. They do voice. They do like
Hey,
Well,
and he hears the coyotes go off. The coyotes got
He-
really
he-
close,
yeah.
and then this like
Which
weird
is-
harmonic thing.
he
Which
said
is
it was
so
more
weird
like
'cause this-
whistles. He said that it was more like whistling in tune, and he woke up to it. And he said he listened to it for like I think 10 minutes or so, and then went back to sleep because he didn't know what it was, and you know, I don't think he
Not
was
that
necessarily even
scary.
looking for Bigfoot. It wasn't even like that. He was just out there camping with his girlfriend, trying to have a good time. They had went there once before with their kids, and you know, nothing was weird like that. But this time, they noticed that the
I wonder
coyotes
how
did something
much,
strange.
how close it sounds to that shit that we heard up at Barry's, where it sounded like the singing bowl was in the woods. Because it was like it just reverberated the sound that I put off of my singing bowl.
What's
Maybe
that
it was just
frequency of
mimicking you.
those?
I have no idea.
528.
You'll figure that out. But
You
yeah,
could probably look it up.
that's strange because I wonder if that would be a way to link up with them in the woods. You play that certain frequency.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can say from my experience and things that I have tried, I have gotten more reaction out of playing with things with frequency.
Yeah. Energy, frequency, vibration. Tesla, he's fucking tried to tell us a long time ago. You're on the edge, bud. That's awesome.
I have this little thing. I call it the bluebird. And what it is, it's
Got
literally
that.
a
It's a red
porcelain,
rocket.
like a little pottery bluebird.
Ceramic.
Sounds beautiful.
And you put a little bit of water in it, and it makes the literally most annoying high pitch sound you can think of. It sucks to listen to it.
well, thanks.
And well, I was
Could do
doing
it
that
into
by
the
the creek
microphone.
up there,
yeah.
and shortly after that, that was when I pulled out the dowsing rods and we were trying to like talk to it or whatever. And that's when they freaking threw a log over a ridge. You
What
know?
was the frequency on that, dude?
110 to 660, sometimes greater than that. Like a quick
660.
search told me that.
You get in that range.
Yeah, I think it
with the
depends on
singing
the
bowl.
size of it too. So
Right.
I've tried singing bowls. There was another time where we tried the Sierra sounds. We blasted them on loudspeakers.
Nice.
We got rocks thrown at us.
Really?
One of them had a hair on it. I think I sent you that picture.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah, it was crazy. They
pubic
kept
hair.
first one was like a pebble, and it kind of just
Mandingo
it went
pube,
through
or-
me and so like where let's just say I'm standing right here.
Mhm.
It went right through our head and hit and cracked his glass windshield.
Jesus.
We are good aim though.
The next one
hit him in the-
landed on top of my mom's SUV, and I picked it up and it was wet.
Ooh, so
You got a
wet rock.
spitball.
So I grabbed it, I put it in an envelope.
Yeah.
Right. The next one was this big, and it had hair on it, white hair.
They're trying to hand you their DNA.
Yeah.
Well,
They throw
the
a
very
jizz
last
rock.
one
He goes,
was
Pay
like this
attention,
big,
asshole.
and it there's like a, because basically where we were parked, it's like a trailhead.
Yeah.
You're not actually allowed to go past that trailhead at night
Okay.
because there's been deaths and stuff out there, and there's also it's like right next to hunting land, and like down south they're like very strict about that. There was a time I was there with Rich, and
It's the
like
only thing they're strict about.
FWC showed up right after I filmed a UFO. But
Huh.
yeah, which that was
Weird.
another interesting night.
Weird and wild stuff.
We just have to use you as bait. Like literally, we
Weird
can
and
do
Wild with
anything. We
Matt
just
Williams.
bring him or attach him to the World Gate. Imagine what will happen if he goes on the World Gate.
Hey,
He's been
he
asking me
rides it.
to.
Whew, it's a no-brainer there. I think.
I would do it.
What? Okay, fuck off. What we came to
shit.
talk about was portals. We never made it to portals. How many minutes has it been? 45 minutes.
minutes.
So we got
Just
10
about
minutes to
done.
talk about portals.
Portals.
I don't have anything to say about portals.
He only does porpoises.
Nothing to say about portals. Okay, so if you walked, hypothetically walking in the woods, and came up on a fucking portal, and you could look through it and see things in the portal,
Nostradamus.
dinosaurs, whatever, but you see a whole other fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
We see inside Erica Fett's bedroom.
Oh, Jesus. Beep.
Automatic walk through it. Like no like thinking
No,
twice.
do
just
you go through the portal?
Yes. In fact, just like Joey said, don't even think twice about it. You just head on in.
Like, what's the
Are we talking about a regular portal or Paul's portal?
regular portal?
Okay, then I would have some thoughts on it.
Reservation.
Would you have reservations? Like, okay, so it's possibly what's the tax code over there?
What's the
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know,
important shit.
and
How
what
much
makes
is
it
the-
through?
How much is my dollar worth?
right. But no, yes or no? Would you go through the portal and why not?
Depends on what I see on the other side.
Okay.
So I mean,
What if we're all seeing something different, like the World Gate? Everyone kind of had a different experience.
if I saw what I saw on the World Gate, no, absolutely fucking not.
Mm.
Like I'd be fucking terrified of that shit if I saw that in a portal.
Done. Not doing that. Yeah, that would probably be scary.
But I mean, if it was, I don't know. It just depends on what I see, to be honest. Like if it was like some DMT shit on the other side, no, I probably wouldn't walk into that either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do that one. I don't know about that.
Would you? Would you go through?
I don't know, man. I got a family.
You got a family. Okay.
You know, like, and that's the thing. You
I'm
take the
walking
risk.
through the portal.
You know, you don't know if you're gonna come back out.
I'm walking through.
Yeah.
Is this
What about
portal
you?
like a Stargate?
What about you? Maybe. Maybe you're going to fucking Mars when you step through there.
Yeah, I'm walking.
Maybe going back 100 years.
These Egyptians built these with
The issue,
pipes.
I guess, is can you come back?
Yeah. If you said no, then it's an easy no for me. Easy no. If you say nope, but you go to Shambhala, you know, you're in Eden, whatever. No. But if you're just saying it's up in the air, then exactly what you're saying. It depends on what I'm seeing. Because every fucking part of me would want to go through, but my family would anchor me. And I think I'd probably stay. And then but I would hope somebody would go.
Would you go, Paul?
I don't have a family, so I would take one for the team, and yes, I would go.
Paul would go. Paul would go.
Oh, he'd just drive his van in there.
It's Erica Fett's bedroom.
Oh, God.
If it's her bedroom, I'm falling through the fucking thing. Like we'll be fighting trying to get through there.
Daughter? Who is this girl? Like, does she have a thrust pack?
Well, hey, we'll show you later.
Okay. 18 over.
I don't
only.
know that I, like, because you may never see the portal again.
Like you can't not. You have to go through.
You already went through.
Oh, I didn't go through a physical portal. It would be cool as shit, though.
You have
Like, I mean, you know, like, it would be cool if your family was there and you could be like, hey, guys, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, you have to take the chance.
I don't know. That's the only problem is the family thing, like, because you may not come back.
Well, like if I knew that it was exactly like what David describes
Mm.
and how he's been in and out, then I would probably go in because I know I can come back out.
They're gonna put me back out.
they're,
Right, they're gonna kick you out.
they're stuck in there with you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, y'all
Oh, we're
stuck in
done.
here with
No,
me,
we're
guys.
done.
And look at the glasses. I told you. Look for those glasses.
But David Eckhart's interesting because that portal at his house, he tases himself in the neck to not get them to take him. How fucking wild is that? And this dude is 100% believable, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Have we talked about him on this episode or on the show
We
already?
briefly talked about him.
Yeah, a tiny bit in the
We have
one of the
time.
first
This is
episodes.
like this should. I mean, we should leave a cliffhanger. Like just tease him.
We have to go back.
Yeah.
We have to go back to David's because David, like, we left him with the gamma or the Geiger counter, gamma ray meter, one of the
It's
two.
a gamma ray detector.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like at 231.
Yeah, it's.
It
Going
says
off.
call the government if it goes above 50, and this dude's setting it off at like a level that would kill a normal human being.
Yes, in his bedroom.
In his bedroom where he says portals open and he is taken, and not to blow people, but like imagine being a parent, all my parents out there listening, and you're lying in bed and you are watching these people from beyond the portal carrying your children out of the room looking at you like what, and you're doing everything you can to fight to get to him. This is this man's life for fucking 40 years.
Oh man, crazy as shit, dude.
Hey, we got to go back.
Crazy as shit because like, how do you do that, dude? Like his own kids. I mean, his wife left him over the shit. Obviously, still loves him. I think
Oh
there's
yeah,
something
it's
there.
still very, very good.
It's not his fault, man. That's not his fault. He
But
just-
she left him because of those things.
guys, like literally waking up and his entire yard is swimming with millions of worms. Like so many that it's like Amityville horror type shit. Like where you're like, this can't be real. I must be hallucinating. And then he's just battling them back. He is one of the coolest people, like most hardcore, awesome motherfuckers. Like I think if you dropped him off on Mars, he would figure out how to do permaculture and just survive and build things. He's
Right.
amazing. Because then that would have killed him. Remember him dropping that weight on his hand, broke his whole hand, and
Yep.
then he was taken through the portal, and they healed him.
He had rheumatoid arthritis. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
He had that, and they did surgery on him on the other side. And so you think it all sounds like horseshit. And then Stephen Greer, who I don't have a high thought of in the first place, but he mentions that members of the government are going through portals and having trans-dimensional surgeries done.
Mhm.
The same exact shit that David was talking to me about like 2 years earlier.
Right.
Fucking crazy, bro.
David, you're amazing. You're amazing. If anyone's gonna figure it out, it's you plus us. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's wrap it up, guys. Check out our Patreon. You can sign up. The War Room will be coming there. Also, for anyone in the Tallahassee, Florida area, or hell, if you want to drive, come up. We are having a live paranormal experience. We already have one. It's basically like a live stage show, but we do paranormal experiments and involve the audience. We pull in. It's very interactive, so we're like constantly pulling people out, and there's psychics and
One of a kind show.
Yeah.
No one's doing it. Be a part of something.
like seriously, it's fun. It's I promise you, nobody's ever seen anything like that. And I guess we play a little clip. We've prepared a little clip of the show, so we'll play here. So anybody wants to come in, March 6th,
May 6th. May 6th.
May 6th, get your tickets. Come out. I think there's only 80 seats available. So
It's in a haunted bar.
we did like 58 on our first show, so we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Ticket sales are looking good, so.
Come and get your stuff. And besides that, check us out on social media. Please like, review, and share this video. Comment. It helps us out so much. And one thing I didn't mention, Joey, grab for me.
Buy that awesome new T-shirt that we came out with because that thing is sick as fuck.
Yeah, there you go. It's sick as fuck. So till
Skunk
next time,
tape.
everybody.
Get some merch.
Peace.
Watch out with the crotch out.
Damn.
Soundboard.
Welcome to the